afternoon.
You're kidding.
Oh, well, it's your day off, and you were sleeping so peacefully, I didn't have the heart to wake you up.
I did sleep good.
Because your father's killer's finally behind bars.
Hey, look, I have some loose ends to tie up, and then I can focus on things that are more important.
Like what?
Guess.
Kelly, that baby is growing, and you look absolutely glowing.
Well, I can hardly see my feet these days. It's great.
I've decided to build you the most fantastic nursery at La Boulée.
Well, don't call the decorators just yet.
Why? You're not going ahead with this insane idea of moving out of town, are you? Is she?
Well, actually, I'm not sure how much longer either one of us will be staying at La Boulée with you, Dorian.
Is there something that you're not telling me? Is there? I mean, wait. The two of you haven't invited me to lunch so you can just bombard me with bad news.
Oh, no. We invited you here to lunch so you wouldn't have to explain in front of your staff at home, you know, why you got arrested again. Yeah, you know that.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that. So, Dorian, why didn't you say anything?
Thank you so much. Maybe you could help. This cream with. Thank you. I didn't say anything because it means nothing.
Adriana said you had her kidnapped. Yeah, and then paid the kidnapper to pretend to stalk her.
Adriana is misinformed.
Well, Adriana doesn't seem to think so because she moved out.
Adriana has a flair for the dramatic, must be genetic. She's going to move back in just as soon as she realizes what a terrible mistake she's made. Adriana can't stay angry at me forever.
I want to see Commissioner Buchanan.
What's the problem?
The problem is that Dorian Lord is walking around a free woman when she should be in prison for the rest of her life.
I want you to read your statement very carefully before you sign it. Don't want any screw-ups. You're the only one that can connect your brother to the gun that killed Thomas McBain.
Is it going to be enough to put Spencer away?
Well, if that's not enough, we got plenty more.
Like what he did to Todd Manning.
Yeah, and then pin the whole thing on me. I take all this very personally.
More than you even know.
What are you talking about? Did Spencer do something else? Spencer did all this?
He tried to ruin your career. He gave Kelly a procedure which would allow her to have a baby, and then he injected Kevin with a virus, and he ended up shooting blanks. He's got something against your whole family. And Asa is the head of that family.
So Spencer has it in for the Buchanans.
That's right.
You have any idea why?
If I did, I'd tell you.
You know what, Vickers? I think you're onto something.
Spencer likes to work indirectly. He likes to work through people. He likes to set things up, watch them fall into place. Maybe it's going to take a member of his own gene pool to figure him out.
I do appreciate you sharing your theory with me, Vickers. I know that you're not a big fan of my family.
I may not love your family, but I hate what's left of mine.
You got a visitor. can leave us alone.
Well, when he gets visitors, I'm supposed
It's okay, Wiley. Get yourself a cup of coffee. I got it covered.
Yes, Lieutenant.
What the hell are you doing here? Something I've waited 25 years to do.
I can see you doing this to Vicky's family, but come on. To the Kramer blood? I mean, did you really hire some sicko to follow Adriana around and threaten her, Dorian? I mean, that's
could have been
awful.
killed, for
Really?
God's sake.
Adriana has just been through a terrible, traumatic experience, and that is why she's saying these terrible things that just don't make any sense.
Really? Why don't you tell us what happened, for real?
I'd love to hear it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It all began innocently enough. Here, as a matter of fact, Clint and I were having a drink right over there.
I was just thinking, why don't we take this somewhere more private?
Clint said, well, that he wanted the night to continue, if you know what I mean.
Clint Buchanan. She did? Yeah, I'll be right there. Sorry, that's Vicky. Something's happening with Jessica. I gotta go.
Of course you have to go.
We'll make it some other time.
So I decided to stay there and catch up on some reading. I happened to have a copy of Craze magazine, you know, the one where Adriana was on the cover.
Beautiful girl.
Yes, she is. She's my daughter.
Oh, she looks like you.
Thank you.
May I buy you a drink?
I never allow a strange man to buy me a drink until he's told me his name.
Bruce Bartlett.
Mr. Bartlett.
Bruce.
Bruce. Are you from Landview?
No, I'm here on business. Can I get a scotch on the rocks and one more of whatever the ladies having? Sure. The only person I know in Landview is a guy I went to law school with, Ken Baxter.
The state senator. I threw him a fundraiser.
Oh, so your daughter's not only beautiful, she's from a prominent family. The young gentleman must be beating down the door at your house.
It's true, my daughter could have her choice of any number of wonderful young men, and fortunately, she has chosen Mr. Wrong.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Cheers.
And that's when he made his pitch. You know, I was just thinking that perhaps all my daughter needs is to have somebody open her eyes as to the dangers of being involved with a young man who is so poisonous.
My mother does things like this over and over, and she gets away with them. She scammed Aunt Betsy, and I forgave her. She tried to steal my inheritance, and I forgave her. Well, this time I could have died because of what she did, and I am all out of forgiveness.
I just want you to think about how you're going to feel about yourself if you put your own mother in prison.
How's it going?
We're doing pretty good. I just put the preliminary adoption papers in on the little guy here. Huh?
Hey, anyone who meets you in March is gonna know that you would make really great parents.
I hope so. I hope so. Because this guy's really all alone, you know? I mean, his parents were just kids, and your dad, their parents are dead. Yeah! So there's really no way for me to tell him where he came from.
Wish I knew a little less about my birth parents.
Well, why do you say that?
I just found out that Spencer Sherman is my biological father. John didn't tell you?
No, I haven't spoken to John for a couple of days.
Maybe you also don't know that Spencer's back in jail. He's been charged with your father's murder.
You know, I've waited a long time to see you behind bars.
Enjoy it while you can, Lieutenant. I won't be here long.
Keep telling yourself that if it helps.
What helps is the fact that I have developed one hell of a network over the years. That's what helps.
Sort of a one-man network myself. given that I'm standing out here and while you're in there, I'd say my network's a little more effective than yours.
Oh, there's that wry wit. You think the world would miss it if you were to just disappear?
Is that another threat?
You're not the only person in this world that's ever lost a father, you know, John.
Lots of people lose parents too soon.
Yeah, I know. Thing about it is, you know, even if I am convicted, sent to prison, put to death, whatever, it's still not going to be enough for you because your father will still be dead. The vindication that you're so eager to find, Johnny boy, it's just never going to come.
You know, I used to think that. And I woke up this morning and I decided I was wrong. That's why I'm here. To end this. Really end it. Once and for all.
It's amazing, isn't it? So she was just sitting on a bar stool innocently, and this sicko picks her out. It's unbelievable.
Blair, isn't that what happened when Spencer Truman picked you out?
She's got you there.
Okay, you know what? We're not going to talk about me. I want to know how this story went from Adriana has a bad boyfriend to kidnapping and stalking.
Well, it had nothing to do with me. All I want is for Adriana to meet somebody more suitable. Someone, well, like you.
Well, I appreciate that, but, well, you know the saying, the heart wants what it wants.
But this relationship with Rex is strictly adolescent rebellion, whether Adriana knows it or not.
Well, just curious, but how far would you be willing to go?
Well, when he said that, naturally the conversation was over. If you have an idea, I'm ready to listen. You believe me, don't you?
I think all that really matters here is whether Adriana believes you or not.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, I did. I know your brother talked you out of charging my mother.
And you want to press charges?
I can give you evidence of fraud, computer tampering, reckless endangerment, and aiding and abetting a kidnapping. I want you to throw the book at her. Why are you looking at me like that?
I've never seen you this way. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were your mother.
Hi, I'd like to place an order for balloons. A dozen? No, you know what? More than that. Like 3 dozen. No. It's not a birthday or anniversary or anything. It's more like an end to something really bad.
My old man's gone and I'll never get him back. You know, today's my day off. And I'd give anything to be able to call him up and take him out for a beer. But here's what I get in return. You no longer are going to get away with what you did. You know, I've watched you pose and suck up and sell yourself as some sort of great healer to the public, but all that comes to an end. And no matter what your sentence is, everybody's going to see you for the low-life, sleazy coward that you really are. I find peace in that. Between you and me, if by some miracle you end up getting off, make no mistake, I'll kill you myself.
So this complete stranger comes up to you in the bar and says, excuse me, ma'am, would you mind if I stalked your beautiful daughter? And you say, well, sure, go ahead and stalk her. Go right
Excuse
ahead.
me?
Maybe you'd like to kill her.
Do you want to hear what I said or not?
Yeah.
What I said was, Absolutely not. I mean, really, how was I supposed to know that he would go ahead and do it anyway? My daughter would not get hurt. Not in any way.
Hey, I'm broke. I'm not some psycho.
And so the only thing I'm guilty of is being a poor judge of character.
Oh, please. You met a man in a bar and turned him loose on your daughter.
No, I told him I didn't want any part of his plan.
Did you explain all this to Adriana?
She won't even talk to me. That's why I need you two girls to go to her and explain to her for me.
John really didn't call you, huh?
No.
Maybe he's just tied up, going over the case, making sure it sticks this time.
How did you find out he was your dad?
Yeah, Paige Miller.
You're... Oh, man.
When she realized she was pregnant, she figured that I'd have a better shot at life if I didn't have anything to do with either one of them. She was right. I'm sorry to dump this all on you. I have to get to court. I should get going.
Yeah.
Good night.
I'll see you around. Wow. Buddy, could you imagine that? Could you imagine growing up and never knowing who your mother or father were? I'm sorry. I guess you can, huh? Oh, come here, come here. It's okay. Let's get you out of here. Look, everything's okay. Look, I'm sorry, buddy, that I can't tell you about your family, you know? The best I can do is tell you about mine, you know? With any luck, eventually, you'll be, McBain anyway, you know? The McBain family came to this country from County Kilkenny in Ireland during the Great Famine. And in the 20th century, they had two brothers. Two brothers who were as different as night and day.
Reading the law, huh? You want me to tell you how that book ends?
Want to spoil the ending?
The bad guy's found guilty. Gets fried.
You're enjoying this, aren't you, David?
Well, I'm enjoying it a lot more than being behind bars for a crime you committed.
See, here's the thing. This is the irony of this whole situation. You and I are no different. Because you did pull the trigger. You did intend to kill Thomas McBain.
Yes. I murdered in my heart. Thank goodness I had you to put blanks in the gun.
I've always tried to look out for you, haven't I, David?
You know, it was a lot easier to convince me of that when I thought that I'd killed a man.
I'm your only living relative, David. Do you really want me to die?
Can I help you?
I'm trying to find a detective. Oh, no, wait, I hear him. I know that shuffle anywhere. He sounds just like his old man.
Hey, Pete.
John, how are you?
Never better.
What's that?
Father's killer. He's in custody.
You got him? How? Who is it?
You didn't know? Then what are you doing in Landview?
Oh, my wife and I are moving to Arizona.
Really?
She was down cleaning out the basement, and she found something. This is for you.
This is for me.
That's for you.
Huh. To Johnny. Love, Pop.
It's your Christmas present, the one he never got to give you.
What do you want, Spencer?
My entire case, the state's case, rests, it hinges upon your testimony.
Yeah, I thought so.
You put me in that alleyway with that gun in my hand, David. You're an orphan. You get it?
I did want a brother, Spencer. I wanted a brother to teach me how to play poker, how to talk to girls, how to be disarmingly charming and witty. I guess I didn't need you for that one, did I? But my brother put a gun in my hand and sent me down an alley. I don't need a brother like that. But you know what? I really do love that you appealed to my emotional side, to my sentimental side, asking for my help. But you know what I love more? Saying no. Sorry, Spencer. You're on your own.
There's more to you and me than you know, David. And if I do survive this, then I'm able to tell you all about yourself. You're going to regret what you did here today.
I released Dorian because I didn't feel that she was a flight risk, but I am still pursuing charges against her. It's not going to be easy to connect her to Bartlett, though.
He told me the whole story.
I need to talk to Bo about another case. You mind waiting outside?
I guess not.
Her own mother put her life at risk, so I don't blame her for wanting justice.
She loves Dorian. She wants to hurt her.
But I have no proof that Bruce Bartlett and Dorian Lord had any kind of relationship at all, or that she tampered with your computer. She may get away with this.
Well, that will kill Adriana.
I know I don't need to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't even think about getting involved in this, Balsam.
What do you mean you don't have time to talk to Adriana for me?
Yeah, I have 2 kids. You know, Jack and Star, they need their mom. Sorry.
I'm trying to concentrate on having a happy, healthy baby and avoid stress, and dealing with your mess definitely constitutes stress.
Well, good evening, Kramer ladies. If you're looking for a quorum, you could find Adriana at the police station.
Oh, what is she doing there?
She was waiting to speak to Bo, I think. I stuck up for you.
Oh, right. Dorian's just a pawn in some psychopath's game.
David, did you really do that?
Yes, I'm not sure she bought it, though. And Blair? I saw Spencer there.
What?
He's in jail again.
Why?
John found the gun that Spencer used to shoot his father, and now it's Spencer that's facing death row.
Blair, did you know about this?
I gotta go.
Blair?
John, looking forward to seeing all the colors of the world together. All my love, Natalie.
Tom told me his Johnny was a great little detective. He was afraid you'd find it before Christmas, so he brought it over to my place. He was gonna pick it up on Christmas Eve.
Only he didn't live to see that Christmas Eve. It's a patrolman's cap for a little kid.
He had that made up special.
Yeah, I used to wear his when he had a day off, you know. I remember he would come all the way down to my nose.
Someday you can give that to your own kid.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks, Pete. It couldn't have come on a better day. And I owe you another debt of thanks. You know, it was your tip about the kid hanging around the hospital. It sort of got the ball rolling and helped me solve this case.
You found that kid?
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out the kid's brother was the shooter. I just saw him down in holding.
Boy, wherever Tom McBain is now, he's leaning back with his feet up, listening to that jazz music he liked.
Bill Evans?
Bill Evans. And and your father is looking down at you, and he's very, very proud.
minute, David. What did Adriana say?
Well, I suggested to her that she try to forgive you.
And?
She sort of rolled her eyes.
It's only a matter of time. Adriana is going to forgive me. Oh, and there she is. With Rex.
If you don't start to like him, you're going to lose her.
Like him? Oh, hello, Adriana. And Rex. Oh, it is so good to see you, looking so well and out of the hospital.
A for effort and A for execution. Very impressive.
I'm gonna go get the table and I'll be right there. I'm glad I ran into you.
Oh, me too, darling. I love this jacket.
Yeah, I've been doing some thinking and I've come to a decision.
Man. Hey, what are you doing here your day off?
I decided to go down and have a little chat with Truman in the holding cell.
How'd that go?
He's playing it cool, but it's a bad act.
Well, he's going away for a long time. I just got a heads up that there's a list of even more charges against him.
What kind of charges?
Well, according to David Vickers, Truman has a vendetta against my family.
Unbelievable, this guy.
I don't believe him. I'll tell you what, he's got it all. He's a gifted surgeon, but he needs to destroy people.
Yeah, he keeps telling me I won't have any peace solving this case. I don't know, maybe he's right.
But what more can you want, John? Case is closed.
Don't worry, Bo. I'm not gonna try to finish him off before the system does. You know, my old man, for the last 25 years or so, I had this idea that, he wouldn't get any rest until I found out who killed him.
Now you know.
And now I have to do something I was never able to do. I gotta say goodbye.
Come to visit the old man, have you? You know, I imagined my son to be just a little bit taller, although I do see a vague similarity in the jawline.
Yeah, I don't see it.
If I had known that I had a son, I never would have let your mother put you up for adoption.
That's why she never told you. I'm going home to see my parents. I told them that I'd met you. And I want to make sure that they understand that nothing has changed between us. They're good people.
When you came to me the other day and told me I was your father, I mean, I knew it was a setup. I did. But when you told me you were my son and you didn't want to see me die, and I was affected by that. You almost sounded sincere. Were you?
Whatever happens to you now is out of my hands.
It's not much of an answer.
No, it's not.
And the really good-looking brother, he became a doctor. And he married a woman that made him smile. That's where you come in. You know? Pretty soon, with any luck, you'll be a McBain. And there'll be a happy ending to this story. And what about the other brother? The cop? Well, maybe there'll be a happy ending for him, too.
Which one's the good-looking brother?
Hey.
How are you, bro?
I'm good. I was just telling Tommy about our family.
Yeah, putting him to sleep, I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got something you want to tell me?
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't call, but I want to talk to you in person.
Of course. Like I said, I was just telling Tommy about the family. Well, maybe you could fill him in on some stuff. Things go well. You gonna be an uncle.
So, another Thomas McBain.
That's right.
I brought him a little something. Well, actually, it's from his grandpa.
Where did you get this?
Well, the old man's partner had it all these years. See that? See that little fella? It's from your grandpa. I'll put this over here.
Yeah. Wow. So, you called Mom?
Yeah. We had a little chat. She's actually thinking about coming back for a while.
No way.
She mentioned something out of the blue to me. She said she thought the old man would be honored if one of her sons passed on the engagement ring he gave her.
What is that look?
What?
That look.
What look? There's no look.
Yeah, there's a look. I haven't seen it for a long time, but it's there. What are you up to? You did. You're not. You're gonna ask her.
I gotta go, Mike. I gotta go.
Yeah, of course. You gotta go, because you wouldn't want to deliver news like that and then stick around, huh?
I'm going to the grave.
We haven't done that since Dad's funeral.
I know. But, I can finally tell him it's over. I can say goodbye.
Yeah. And then you can start to have a life, brother. I love you, man.
I love you too. I hope that's baby slug. Not yours. See you around, bro.
Yeah, I'll see you. Hey, look at this. Let's see. Oh, can we slip it on there? No. Whoa. Here we go. Perfect fit. You know what? On second thought, I think we'll have you fitted for a nice little white lab coat. Safer uniform.
Oh, darling, I was hoping you'd come around.
I'm resigning from Craze. You can send my last paycheck to Rex's address. That's where I'm staying until I find my own place.
Oh, please reconsider.
There's nothing to consider, Dorian. I quit.
But, you see, this is all because of Rex. Yes, he's poisoning your mind against me while he's rifling through your bank account.
I'm really glad you said that.
You are?
Yeah. Because if I had any doubts about what I'm doing, they're gone. I'm no longer your employee or your daughter.
How'd it go?
She never changes and she never has to pay. Or maybe she does.
Look, remember what Bo said. There might not be a case against her.
And I remember what you said. How I remind you of Dorian. I need to start thinking like her.
Well, now I'm scared.
If the law can't get Dorian, maybe I need to give her a dose of her own medicine.
I don't want to see anybody else.
You might change your mind.
I hear you're being held for murder.
Tell me something, Black. Was it all just a setup right from the start? All the times we made love, did you ever have any feelings for me? Did you ever care about me?
So you understand?
Yeah, you're going to your father's grave alone, of course.
Look, I'll be late, but save tomorrow night for me, will you?
Okay, what's up?
I'll tell you about it tomorrow night, okay?
Yeah, well, got a little surprise for you too.
Yeah? Okay. I look forward to it. Good night.
If I am convicted, it's still not going to be enough for you. Your father will still be dead. Vindication that you're so eager to find, Johnny boy, it's just never going to come.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
I don't know what went down last night, but I'm gonna find out. When I do, whoever did this is gonna pay.
I'm not sorry for what I did in order to be with you.
That's so sweet, Spencer.
Hurry home, John.